Hello good people, welcome to my channel Grandma Frida. If you are a returning subscriber, I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for coming back and please continue supporting me. If you are new to this channel, you are welcome. My name is Frida Wayeme. I am a retiree living in Kenya. This channel discusses issues related to retirement. I'm not an expert on retirement issues, but I use my own experience and the experience of others I occasionally bring here so that you are able to pick a few lessons that may be helpful to you or to people who are close to you, and so that they will not make some of the mistakes that we made, or they can also pick some of the best practices that once in a while we are going to share. So please welcome to my channel, subscribe, like my videos, share my videos, and please hit that notification bell so that anytime I upload a new video, you will be notified. Welcome. Recently, one of my subscribers asked me, Frida, what is retirement? And I want to return that to you. Please, in the comment section, tell me what retirement is. To me, retirement is that decision you take to take a step back and withdraw from the workforce. Many factors come to play when it comes to retirement and when people are supposed to retire. One obvious reason why people retire is when you attain the maximum retirement age as stipulated by the laws of your country. In Kenya, the official retirement age is 60, but depending on your profession and if you live with a disability, then the retirement age is above 60 years. One can also choose to voluntarily retire based on a medical condition or when they choose to chase a different dream. The other factor where I fall that can cause one to retire is when your employer feels that they don't need your services anymore. I woke up one morning, I went to the office as usual, and by the end of the day, I had started my retirement journey unceremoniously. Irrespective of the factors that can cause one to retire, it is important to have a retirement plan. This is a plan that sets out your goals, what you dream about your life, how you'd like your life to be like from this moment up to the time when you will exit the workforce and up to that time when maybe you exit this world. They say that experience is the best teacher, and indeed, for the last close to 7 years since I unceremoniously started my retirement journey, experience has taught me so much, and I agree that one of the things that everybody requires, especially if you are employed, is to have a retirement plan. I would be lying if I say that I didn't know that there was need to set up a retirement plan, because my last employer used to bring on board providers to talk on issues related to retirement. But maybe it's me who used to ignore, and that is what most people do. You kind of keep on shifting goals and thinking you still have time. And I would only like to tell people there is no time. Start right now. If you haven't set out your retirement plan, please begin setting up your retirement plan today. In this plan, there are two major issues that cannot be overlooked, and one of them is a financial plan and the second one is a health insurance. A financial plan has two areas in it, that is savings and investment. And in that same financial plan, please take care of your debts so that as you plan and as you take any loan, then you're planning on how you are going to offset that loan at whatever point, so that you don't find yourself in some of the positions we found ourselves. By the time I was beginning my retirement journey, I had a loan from my savings and credit cooperative society, and that is not the best thing that can ever have in your retirement, because it keeps on pricking your mind and it leaves you indebted, because that loan, whatever savings you may have had in your circles, will be used to offset that loan, so you will live with nothing. And then you have the issue of guarantors permanently on your back. Whatever you think about in terms of money, they will never leave your mind, because they acted in good faith. So, irrespective of what happens, you have to find a way, whether it takes years or what, to ensure that their good faith is repaid. I have to live with this guilt of guarantors who guaranteed me in good faith, but because I had nothing in terms of savings and I had a debt, then they are suffering. And that can be very devastating in your mental thinking every time that there are people suffering because of you. Those are lessons I'm bringing to you. So this takes me to the second aspect of the financial plan, and that is the health insurance. It is so important to have a health insurance because of so many factors. One, because as the years go by, you don't have that agility that you had when you were young, and your body wears out slowly. And once in a while, you really need some specialized medical attention. And it becomes so easy if you had planned early enough for a health insurance. Two, the issue I've just been discussing about your mental health, because every time in your mind you're thinking about how unfair you are to people, and this is not good in retirement because it can lead to any health condition that is not favorable to you. Anyway, not everything is lost. I have learned through experience, and because I'm retired, I've had enough time to go through so much reading and so much sharing and so much listening to people. And please, if you don't have a retirement plan, start crafting something right now, and don't find yourself in the position I found myself in, because wherever you're working or whatever you're doing, anything can happen which can force you into voluntary retirement, or your employer may decide they don't need your services anymore the way they did. The experience I've had in retirement is you need money, cash money, liquid money. So if your retirement plan, set out very well a financial plan through savings and through investments, then the issue of mbesha will not. In Kenya, most people in the employment sector save through their savings and credit cooperative societies, which is a good thing. The other area you can think about in terms of savings is the National Social Security Fund. I'm talking from outside and from experience that when you retire, you really require liquid money. When I was in employment, we used to contribute 200 shillings towards the National Social Security Fund, although you can still increase that amount according to how much you can afford. And my advice would be, please think about increasing your contribution towards this saving, because it will come in handy when you retire. The second area in our financial plan is the investment. Very important. Where you invest and what you invest in. There are so many investment opportunities, and unless you are careful, you may find yourself investing in things that are not viable. I fall in that category. It's important that you choose the best places where you can invest your money so that this investment will be of use to you when you retire or at any time. The areas I can think about right now is investing in property, investing in shares, and investing in the money market. There's so much that you can read in the media, and there are so many organizations, especially the Retirement Benefits Authority, where people can seek for more information. The other area that people need to take so seriously in their financial plan is the pension schemes. There are people who are lucky to be working with organizations that already have a pension scheme, and if your finances allow, then I would advise that you increase your contribution towards your pension scheme, because when you retire, that is one area that will guarantee you monthly income. And as I said earlier, in retirement, you need cash. In my last video, please go back and check, I brought on board a retiree who was not ready for retirement, such that by the time she was meant to retire, she was still staying in a government house, and that house had already been allocated to somebody else who wanted to come in. What saved her is that she was able to get what she had saved in the circles. Together with her retirement benefits, she was able to construct a house where she lives peacefully and worries less about rent. I'm aware most young people don't give much attention to any talk on retirement. I don't blame them, because most of us did, and you always tend to have that feeling that you still have time. But I would advise, where possible, start planning today. Start planning now for your retirement, because the world is changing. Things are really changing. Whoever knew that COVID would come? Whoever knew that the prices of goods and products would skyrocket the way they are doing right now, so that most households are really struggling to ensure that they put bread on the table? Please start having your retirement plan now if you didn't have one, because you may find yourself in the same situation I found myself, where you report to work in the morning and then you start your retirement journey on that day. You may find yourself in a situation where things are not working. Things are falling apart and you are caught off guard. I wouldn't like anybody to get there, because it is not the best experience. Let me tell you something. When retirement comes, when you are not prepared, you panic. And when you panic, you start making wrong moves. You start making wrong decisions. So what I would advise is, if you find yourself in a situation where you have to retire, you report in the morning, and that is the day you have to start your retirement journey, don't make any decision immediately. Start by consulting. Consult experts in issues related to finances, so that you make the right decision. I hope you have picked one or two lessons from my experience. And when you find yourself in a situation where you have to make a decision, please consult experts. It may have some financial implications, but the results of consulting experts in every area is worth those finances. Thank you so much for listening to me. Bye-bye, and please let's meet in my next video.